Hey everybody, David G here, founder of the Internet Marketing Party, with my very, very special guest, Rachel Kersten, who I will tell you a whole lot about. But for those of you with really a short attention spans, Rachel is about to share at our next Internet Marketing Party the secrets to seven-figure launches. Did I get it right?
Yes,
Yes?
yes. The
It
secrets to
felt
seven-figure launches.
secrets to seven-figure launches. Okay. Who the hell is Rachel Kersten to be telling you about the secrets of seven-figure launches? Okay, here's the deal. We just edited out two versions of the stories that I
Yep.
wanted to share with you about how awesome Rachel is because I went too long. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you the bio that I concocted with some research. She's an expert in assembling high performance teams. I already mentioned that she's got a team globally, like as far as Hong Kong, all over the U.S. I don't even know all the different places. She sees the big picture like very, very clearly, very easily. I've seen her do this many, many times. And oh man, there's so much stuff I can say. But look, you know the people I've had on my stage, on the Internet Marketing Party stage. I consider Rachel to be in the top 5 people that we've had on our stage. And I will tell you right now that if you're not going to listen right now, you should just unsubscribe from our list and don't be part of our community anymore. Because if listening to Rachel, based on what I've told you so far, isn't appealing to you, then just take a hike and don't come back because it's not going to get much better than this. So with that in mind, Rachel, tell us about the secrets of seven-figure launches.
I know I made it into a tongue twister. That makes it a little bit hard, but thanks, Dave, so much for the gracious introduction.
You're welcome.
Gosh, really appreciate that and totally humbled because I know the people that you've had on Internet Marketing Party and absolutely love them, and they bring so much great advice. So thanks for having me here, and let's talk a little bit about launches.
Let's do
Because
it.
like, launches is one of those words. It's like you say launch to a person, and it's like you never know exactly what's going to happen. So they're like, "Oh my God, it's a launch!" People are like, "Oh my God, it's a launch! Oh my God!" Ah! And I mean, launches, people love them, people hate them, but like, how do you make them successful? And how do you do a seven-figure launch? And you know, you hear people, and we all know internet marketers. And I mean, let's face it, everybody likes to exaggerate just a little bit.
I
I
know
mean,
sometimes I've exaggerated when I introduce you. Not here on this call, but at other times. Just because, yeah, not like you've always been more of a behind the scenes person. So like I want people to know like you've never heard of her, but fucking listen to her and hang out with her. She's awesome. So
well,
yeah.
and it's true. We all get excited, and I do run behind the scenes a lot. So chances are you haven't necessarily like heard of me because I don't necessarily have a big list. I'm busy making things happen with other people, and when it comes to having a seven-figure launch, I mean, one of the secrets is that nobody does it alone. People that show up and say, "I just did this amazing thing," you know, there is so much that goes on. There's so many different pieces of software, so many different ways to do it. How you build your website, how you build your list, how you talk, what you put on your sales page, how you do your marketing, whether you've got a countdown timer, whether the color is red or blue or green or purple. Pick whatever you want, but we all know there's like a massive overload of information in the space of like how you can actually do things. So what is it that makes it successful? And, really, what are those secrets? And that's where I want to, bring to you from what I've done, the best practices of how do you not only have a seven-figure launch, but then how do you do it so you can do it more than once? I mean, time and time again. What do you need to have as far as like, does it really have to all be boring? Does it really have to all be last minute? Does it have to be a rush? I mean, it goes back to, at the end of the day, absolutely, there needs to be a plan. Does it mean that you never like stray from the plan? Absolutely not. I mean, you've got to be flexible in what you're doing, and chances are you've already got a lot of the components that it takes to make a seven-figure launch, but you may not just have them put together the right way. And so that's really where I want to go into what are the secrets behind it, more than the plan, more than the team, and how can you take what you've got like right now, this very minute, and then take that and build it into what's really going to be your most successful launch ever.
Nice. Are you, and I'm fine if it's not the case, but are you comfortable sharing some of the clients you've worked with or working with, anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Totally legit questions. I mean, if you go back, one of the things, if you go, and Andrew Warner fusses at me incessantly about this. He's like, Rachel, my people were doing research and they couldn't find information on you. Why is that? And I'm like, I ran behind the scenes. And I have promised Andrew to get better at this. And, I built Ramit Sethi's business, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, from 2010 until mid 2014. Amazing success there. And, we'll be
Nice.
talking about some of those projects that I worked on. And what is it? I mean, guys, let's face it, in order to operate in the space, you got to have class. So if you want to know what the actual numbers that Ramit does, go ask Ramit. But if you want to understand what did I bring to the page as far as running and operating and managing that business and running multiple launches over and over again, absolutely. That's what we're going to talk about. That's what my expertise is. Worked in corporate and in Fortune 500 with companies like Nissan and Target and Tractor Supply and SAP, and have a lot of that best practices that I brought into the information marketing world. But then based upon the launches that I've done, I've also consulted with folks like Eben Pagan on evergreening strategy, and I mean, Dean Maxwell and Andy Drish with the foundation. We did some
Nice.
amazing things with their program. And, that's just the starters. Those are the really, really well-named people that, the famous ones
Hmm.
that, some folks might understand. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that stuff.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice. Well, cool. Well, I know we're running up against our timeline for this interview. What is there something actionable or immediately leverageable that you can share with folks that, and I don't know if I'm putting you on the spot by asking you this, that people can walk away from this call or this interview and say, wow, I'm gonna go try that or put that into play that you can
Yeah.
share before we tell people the details of the party on in May.
Yeah. So what you have to understand, what is it that gets you excited? Because if you're going to try and run a seven-figure launch on something you don't care about, it's going to be hard. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and you can't fake excitement well. I mean, that is something that is centuries old. If you're going to be doing something, if you're teaching, if you're sharing, whatever that is, whether it's, how to, you know, pick your topic, how to make the best cookbook ever that's paleo friendly for gluten free people. And yes, there are those out there. Or whether it's, how to teach your kids not to cuss. I mean, or, how to market a product, anything that you want to teach, you've got to have passion and expertise in it.
Right.
And if you're coming to the table not knowing that, so really you have to inventory what is it that gets you excited, and where do your friends say, hey, you totally have a soapbox on that? Because bringing that passion to the launch process makes it, I mean, is one of the secrets. If you're not passionate, it's going to be hard.
Okay.
It can be done, but if you're passionate, it's just so, so, so much easier.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So it's a matter of going in and asking your friends, what are you most passionate about? Where you spark up the most, like, energetically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because like, we're not good at analyzing ourselves. I mean,
Right.
it's one of those things, you can't clean your own teeth. That's why we have dentists. You can't cut your own hair. And a lot of times, we don't operate best, looking at ourselves in self-reflection.
Yeah.
So let's go talk to other people. And
What?
I mean, we're going to go like that is just like barely the tip of the iceberg. We're
Right.
going to actually go into some tactics and some planning and the strategies that actually make these seven-figure launches successful, because you can repeat them, you can do them, but you can't just like ad hoc and wing it.
Right. 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 I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, because I'm seeing where some people um, that are already have already chosen a launch offer and they really are excited about it can could would say, well, that's a little rudimentary. Like, what's something she can like tell me now that I can implement if I've got a launch coming up, and like I'm sure you've had someone call you and say, I've got a launch coming in 2 months, and I heard you help Eben, and you help Dane, and you help Ramit, and you help so and so. Like what? Like give me one quick pointer that'll double or triple my profits. You know.
Ask your mom to read your sales page.
Oh wow. That is awesome. You know, it's double awesome because I thought you were being a smart ass, like yo mama, ask your mama. And then you're like, no, seriously, ask your mom to read your sales page. I love it.
If she can't get it, regardless of what you're doing, and this is a person that's known you for, at least a few years of your life. I mean, if she can't understand it, chances are your audience isn't going to. Okay, and if if your mom's not computer literate and can't read it, go get somebody else's mom to read it. Okay. Just say, hey, can I borrow you for a minute? Read this. But you can't ask one of your buddies that's doing internet marketing. That doesn't work because they're not your target audience. Your mom may not be your target audience either, but when she says, like, what do you mean by this? It's a place where your customers are going to have questions. And if you're not clear in the sales page when people are actually making that decision to pull out their credit card and go find their wallet and, type in those numbers to buy your product, if they don't understand what they're getting, chances are rather than saying, hey, I have this question, they're just not going to buy.
That is so awesome. And it's so simple, too. Go ask your mom to read your sales letter. Like,
yeah.
Like, really? I paid you $10,000 to tell me to go ask my mom to read my sales letter? It's going to make you $100,000. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah. Very, very cool. It
takes courage, though. I dare you to do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can already see certain. Yeah. All right. Well, very cool. So Thursday, May the 14th is the magical date. The successful 7-figure launch secret.
The secrets to successful 7-figure launches.
That.
Yes. Secrets, success, 7 figures. That's all they need to remember. Show up.